Here's a segment from the latest edition of St. Charles Parish Today, a monthly local talk show.
In 2008, Wendy Benedetto was sworn in as the District 3 representative on the St. Charles Parish Council, and after serving 2 terms, she ascended to the Council at Large representative in 2016. She's been a part of nearly all of the parish's largest projects in the last decade, but I won't steal her thunder because she's here with me today. Well, thank you for coming on with me today. This is our first time having you. Now, you're one of the senior members of the council, but this year you were voted vice chair.
Yes.
Now, this is a position I think you've held probably a few times.
2 or 3 times. Yeah.
Tell me what that entails.
What that entails is I am second to the chairman, and the chairman actually runs the meetings and makes sure that we go by smoothly. If the chairman cannot make a meeting, then I will step in as his place. But it also entitles me to go to the agenda meetings prior to the council meetings to learn if there's any thing being taken off the agenda or whatever is going on, so we have a smooth as possible meeting without interruptions.
Right. Always good. Okay, now as I mentioned in my intro, you served as a District 3 councilman for 8 years prior to being what you are now, and right now you are the at-large councilman. What does that really mean? Because I think a lot of people don't really understand what that means.
Okay, so yeah, instead of having a specific district to answer to, I was voted to represent the entire parish, parish-wide. The position at Council at Large, Division A, it stands for East Bank. Division B is West Bank. Even though you have an East and a West Bank, that A is just a member, a resident that lives on that side of the river. And then the West Bank is someone who resides on that one. But A and B both represent the entire parish. So I also, being the at-large, kind of back up the district councilmen in projects that they're doing, helping them with what they need to get accomplished as well. Kind of work hand in hand.
So for any given resident, they have a district councilman and then they have your 2 at-large to support if needed.
Correct. A lot of times, some people don't feel like they're getting anywhere with their district councilman, so they may call me, and then I'll take that and we'll discuss it with the district councilman, or there's a conflict.
Or if there's like a major issue in a district too, they might have so many questions.
Someone could be out of town. Things like that. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so as I mentioned, you've been on the council since 2008. That's a long time. So you've been a part of pretty much almost every major project in the past 10 years. Can you give me some of those? Or
Sure,
let's go through.
It's a great feeling knowing that I've helped accomplish some of these great things in our community. And it's even a better one that the residents appointed or elected me 3 times already. So it's really a proud moment. But things that we've gotten accomplished, we have a great grant office, and they've helped us get things together like the community center. We have a great state-of-art EOC center. As district councilman in District 3, I budgeted for 3 years to get our Ormond Field redone, which entitles the Splash Spray Park.
Yes.
So we were lucky to get that. Lobbying in D.C. along with other council members to help get funding. We've met with Congressman Graves, who you had on.
Yeah, we had on the show last month.
Yeah,
and,
he was big help to us, so to help sustain those fundings for the levy. All the new libraries that have come up in the 8 years, or 10, almost going on 10 years now that I've been in here. Parity, East Bank, the West Bank just got a remodel.
Now Norco's
getting one, so kind of, helping that. And those libraries bring great programs to our residents.
They do. And then there's just the constant money that you guys put away for the levy.
Correct.
Before we had the tax, I know that was a big thing for you guys.
Which is going to be ongoing
pushing
for
money
many,
here
many, many years to come.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now, what is the parish working on legislatively?
A lot. One, roads and drainage are always a priority. We have a...
That's a big one for you guys, because people in your district, I know you guys get the calls, this road needs to be redone. And I actually had Tracy on a few months ago, and she said she would ride through her district.
She does, and
on her
when we
bike.
do, that's a lot of pictures and a long list.
Yes.
Lights are out, trees hanging over, things like that. But we do have a top-notch director in our public works, and he's making a lot of headway right now.
Yes.
Flood insurance is an ongoing responsibility until the Senate and the Congress can come to an agreement. We just kind of try to put a Band-Aid on it and keep it affordable and sustainable to our
just kind of staying
residents.
abreast of what's going on.
Always on top of it, always on top of it. Levies, continuous effort. We made a lot of progress in the last few years, but it's going to continue to have to go on and on.
Looking for those grant opportunities, things like that.
And we have a great council that's going to stay on top of that too. So
it's everyone's priority at this point, I think.
right. And then lastly, to continue to improve and maintain the quality of life in our parish. I think that's really important. Things like recreation and that quality of life is just, it's what keeps people coming in.
Absolutely, and you guys just upgraded some things at the West Bank Bridge part. And if you know, a lot of the things that Recreation is now doing are new. Flag football, I think, was one of the new sports last year. So they're, like you said.
Recently, volleyball came in a couple of years ago within my terms too.
So it's even just like smaller things like that kind of improving.
Yeah, not to mention what we do for the seniors too.
Oh yeah, senior bowling. You should see the senior bowling shirts this year.
Well, I haven't made them, but that would be fun. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want residents to know about in any of your districts?
Yeah, I've got a list, and like I said, I work hand in hand with the other residents. In District 7, Phase 1 is completed for the levy, and Phase 2 has just begun where the levies are concerned. That Phase 1 actually closes the gap for the West Bank system, which is really huge on that part. District 6 in months will be seeing better drainage due to a $2 million we just budgeted specifically for them. For their drainage. New culverts installed between Country Cottage and Evangeline. A boat launch committee we formed.
Yes, that's an
to try to
large
decide
project
that
underway.
location. District 3, the Armand Cross ditches north of CN will help drainage and keep the water off of Armand during the heavy rainfall.
We'll have more about that one coming up, yep.
And save maintenance costs, true. In St. Rose, upgrading of the Oaklawn and Fairfield pump stations.
Oh, yeah, yep, that's on the way.
And that's in the design stage. So that's going to help. New wastewater infrastructure installation to start this year, and this will fix Riverview issues with a new force main.
Okay.
I may be talking a different language, but you know, hey. On the West Bank, the Hahn Canal, the Hemel Canal, 80 Arpent and the 40 Arpent is in progress of being cleaned. That's big. Hackberry Canal improvements are ongoing. So things like that. Each district council has a wish list, that's what I call it, for their districts. And I know they fight hard to keep their residents happy. And I may not have mentioned everything in each person's district, but we have a wonderful group of elected officials up there that are doing all that they can to keep this parish the best that it can be.
Oh, absolutely.
Along with a great administration.
Thank you. Absolutely. But like you said, like you kind of touched upon, a lot of it is really drainage and just infrastructure.
Always.
And just building that up and keeping it up to date.
And I think that's a continuous effort, you know?
I think that's what's important, honestly.
Yeah,
you know, because at the end of the day, when it rains, this is what we need. So
That's right. So we've come a long way. We've come a long way.
we have. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you, Tristan. I appreciate it.
We'll have you back.
Thank you.
Look for the entire episode at www.scptoday.com or on SCP TV.